everyone, it's Dawn here and welcome back. And today, as promised, if you were joining me yesterday, we are going to start our individual trees or specific trees. And today we're going to start with an old oak tree. And we're going to do this one, or approach it anyway, a little differently to normal. So all the techniques that we've covered in our basic techniques, they're all there. There's no new techniques to learn. It's just a different approach. And we're going to start with just a very short trunk, and we're going to use brown ochre in our Derwent watercolour pencils. So we're just going to do that, no more than that, and obviously we're going to shade it in, but we're going to shade it quite roughly because we want to show a bit of that bark. And actually I think it could do with a bit of darkening as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a bit of copper beech, just lightly, shade that lightly over the top. And as you can see, that shows that lovely texture really well. And that's what you want for an oak tree. You want a lovely textured tree trunk. But you won't see much of it, so don't worry too much about it. And that's all we're going to do to that. I am going to blend it with just a little water. Just put a little water on your brush. Not too much, but just gently stroke it to blend it a little so that we can still see that lovely texture. Just like that. And that's all we're going to do for the tree trunk, because that's all you're going to see of it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to start the process of our leaves. And we're going to take olive green to begin with. And what we're going to do, we're going to start just here, just slightly below where the trunk ends. And we're going to make the shape, or we're going to draw the shape. Now you won't see this shape once we're finished, so don't worry about, oh, you can't see outlines in real trees. You won't see the outline on this one by the time we're done. So we're just going to fill it in like that. And if you think, oh yes, it could come out a bit wider, which it would do being an oak tree, that's what we do. We just amend our shape until we're happy with it. And all these lines, which look a bit weird now, will disappear. And we can keep on adjusting our shape as we go along. And we're going to use two tones of green. We're going to carry on using our olive green. And we're going to take a brush. And actually, no, before we do that, we're going to use our copper beech again. And just put in a few branches. Just here and there. You won't see too much, but it's just nice with an oak tree to have just a few branches. I know at the moment they look like they're floating in midair. But trust me, they won't by the time we've finished, because we're going to cover them with leaves. So, as she says, going ahead and doing lots of them, not too many. So we will stop there. It's very tempting to fiddle when you do this job because it's such good fun. But we will do this one at a time, a little area at a time. And we're going to wet that little area there, pop the brush down on it. And just like we've done before, we're going to stipple our colours into this area, and we want it to be quite full, quite thick. And just a few extra, we're going to put some cedar green in there as well, just to vary the colour a little bit. Not too much though, because it's quite an overpowering colour. So just here and there, just a little cedar green, just to vary it. And we're going to keep doing that all over our tree. In fact, we're going to do a bit bigger area here and hope that the water doesn't dry out. I know the sun is still shining, which is wonderful, but as I said yesterday, if you were with me, we may not be able to go out very much because of this lockdown. We're in a lockdown, but it's wonderful weather for painting. So it's wonderful light for painting, so make use of the light. Make use of every positive attribute of this lockdown situation that we're in and use it. And so again, we're going to put just a few dots of cedar green to add a bit of texture and a bit of variation, just like that. And you can adjust the shape as you go along, and as you see what I mean when I said these lines will disappear. That's exactly what's happened. And we're going to do the other side of the tree now, just as quickly. We're going to let that go right up to the top there. So we'll do that. And we'll start again with our olive green, right up to there, So we've made our lines disappear. I know we've made most of our branches disappear as well, but that's okay. They're only really there as a guide, and you can see bits and pieces through it. So again, we put some of our cedar green over there as well. And then we're going to finish off by doing this little bit down here. So we're just going to finish off this tree by wetting that area there, going back to our olive green, and we are going to finish off this tree just like that, following the lines around and getting that lovely shape. And just like we've done with all of the other bits, we are going to add a bit of cedar green to darken it and give it some variation. And we'll just take it over this tree, just over this tree trunk here, and we will add a bit of that as well, so it's nice and thick at the base. Now, as I said, it is tempting to fiddle because it is such good fun, but I hope you'll agree that's a reasonably presentable... What are we doing? An oak tree, I do beg your pardon. Yes, that's a reasonably presentable oak tree, and if you really wanted to fiddle just a little bit more, you could just do a couple of branches here right at the base just to give it some support, just like we've done in other trees, in our basic trees. But I wouldn't do too much of that if I were you, because you'll end up obliterating all this lovely texture. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you have a go at painting your own oak tree with your watercolour pencils. And tomorrow we are going to be painting a poplar tree, and that's again the same techniques but a slightly different approach, but actually that's a little bit more simpler. The approach is a bit simpler to this one, so you'll have fun with that. So do take care, stay safe, and a happy Easter to you all, and a very safe Easter. I know it's a bit different this week and maybe even a bit difficult, but try to make the best of it and have fun with your families and your painting. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.